Hey there, Soul Shines, it's Michelle here, and it is a creative expressions video. This is a podcast style video where I talk about finished objects, works in progress. Apparently, I talk about our books that we've got going on, life updates, and I've got a doozy, and everything like that. So I have chapter links in this video, link any patterns that I reference down below, things like that. You can skip if you need to. And before we get going too far, and before I forget, because I did forget my last video, remember to hook that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave some yarn in the comments. Alright, so let's talk finished objects. This is a finished object. It's also my entry, or at least my main entry, into my Magical Mal. So for May, it is mermaids. And the 31st, which is this week, this is coming out on Wednesday. I think the 31st is it Saturday or Sunday? Saturday. I think it's Saturday. So you guys, yeah. I finished my sweater. It's a little small for me, actually. It's a good thing I was decided that I can't keep it. Cheyenne can't hug me if I wear this. So I did finish it. I had my daughter try it on. I will have my daughter try it on again when she gets home. She's gone to her dad's for Memorial Day. And when she gets home, I will have her try it on it so I can take a picture to put in the mermaid. But it is done. It is done. My very first finished cardigan. I mean, I could kind of put it on. And it's just that I am bigger around than the sweater. So, no buttons, just stuffs. I did a nod to the pattern on the side, so I just have like the little jiggy-jaggy thingy. I've got, it's way too warm for a cardigan right now. This beautiful pattern down here. So this pattern is from a hat. I took just the chart, used the chart to do my my pattern. I did, there's a pattern link below for the cardigan, which is just a plain cardigan, and for this hat pattern that gives you the chart. And then it's just got a 1x1 ribbing all the way around it. I had started out with a seed stitch, didn't like it, so I switched. So really excited about it and happy that that's done, because that means I can move on to other projects. Yay! I'm pretty sure that's my only finished object. I am frustrated with myself because I have not started my Decades Diva project. The theme is 70s. It is the Spoony Stitcher, I believe. I know it's Spoony in there. Her name is Shannon. And I don't remember the other one. Critters Crochet, maybe? Anyway, it's been an adventure, and I just haven't started it yet, but I need to. It's on my list of things to hopefully start today, and if not today, it will be like must start tomorrow. It's just that today's kind of crazy, and I'm trying to fit everything in chaotically. I don't know if I think I showed you guys this one, so we'll talk about Tithing Projects and kind of a finished object. I made, this is the last of the polyester. I made it to go with the hats. Actually, I've got the hats here. It was these with these hats. The polyester. I made a headband, so I'm like, I could take these to the little shelter when the weather turns a little bit, and then a family, a mom and 2 kids or something, could get these, because there's a knitted version and this crochet version. And then I did a little headband, which is, I just wanted to use up the yarn. I had it, but it also took me a long time because of the polyester. I can only work with it for a little while. And then my hands say, absolutely no more. And then I did this headband, and I don't know if I ever showed you guys this one. that also I had just the tiniest. This stripe right here is not white. It is a very light blue. It does not even in person. If you know and you look for it, you can see it. But that's the color I used. I had just enough to do those 2 stripes. That's it. Used that up. I'm just trying to work through some of these scraps. This is like a Karen Simply Soft or similar from other brands kind of yarns. And so I just made a headband because that's how much of that blue I had. You could kind of, I mean, if you know it's there, you can see that it's a slightly different color than the white. And so I'm really excited that these are done. But my other thing I started, so I'm planning to also give this away to the homeless or to the women or to it's a food bank. So I'm planning to do that, but I decided I would make a hat with the leftover yarn to go with it. So it is using the same pattern to go around. I'm actually following the hat pattern, kind of. I didn't use the same needle size. I was like, this is what I have. Oh well, if it's way different. So yeah, I've been working around. Excited. I'm doing. Let me show you. This one here, I did very, very short things. I basically put in my jacquard ladder back. It kind of makes this little pockety thing. You can't tell it because it interlocks sometimes. It's almost like doing a double knit in a way, which I've never done, but I know enough about the concept to understand it. It's called jacquard ladder back, and I did it every 2 stitches on there, but I've got 4 stitches between on here, so I've got a little bit longer strands. But I just feel like for the hat, it's not as big of a deal as for the inside of the sweater. So they're a little bit longer. And that's the back. And then it's working up. I'm more than halfway through, I'm pretty sure. I know what row I'm on. I have it pulled up. I'm going to go look. There are 23 rows total of the pattern. And I am on I'm going to start row 14 or 15. So a little past halfway, which is exciting. So that's my current, well, it's a tithing project, but I plan to work on it today and tomorrow, hopefully finishing it this week, because also if I can get it done this week, then I can also put it in the Mermaid Magical Mel thing as a finished object. I'm hoping to take this, and I have a different color blue. I'm hoping to take and put the 2 together and quickly coming up with another thing with these colors that actually I would like to make an actual mermaid thing. I would really like to make one of the bag tag things for Deb. Deb's doing a thing where she's collecting little zipper pull type tag things that they can hand out to kids with backpacks. They're trying to like supply a group of people. If I can figure out where the videos for that are, I will let you know in the description. I don't know if I can. Yeah. Anyway, it's Deb. Deb's doing that. I will definitely at least link her. What else? Decade Diva. I talked about how I haven't started that yet. Look, the yarn's right there. It keeps reminding me. I have my pattern picked out. I have my starting yarn. I need more yarn than that, but I knew that I would have plenty to go. And I've got to hurry because I've got to get this done this summer. It is a crochet project, so there's a part of me that's like, I like crochet. I like the look of crochet. I like using crochet. I don't like that it hurts my arm. So got that. I'm really far into, I look down here and I see a pie. Remember when I made those in March? Yeah. I'm like halfway through editing the video and I'm just like, I need to edit that video. I need to get the tutorial up on how to make that coaster. I don't know, guys. I have not worked on socks. I have not worked on the frog. I will put up the video for my mosaic crochet blanket. I'm really hoping to get that done. I was hoping to push that out and then Decade Diva would be my only crochet project. It's not happening. I've got to start the Decade Diva before finishing the blanket. So then I'll have to go work back and forth between the two crochet projects. I might get to start my knitting project. I don't think I'll start it this week. As much as I would love to, I'll work on socks when I want to knit, because on Friday of this week we have an open house here, which means we have people coming, which means I've got to focus. We've got baking to do, we've got cleaning to do. There's a lot of things going on. So that's kind of it. I need to pause for a second and go turn off an alarm. Hopefully things were too crazy there. I'm trying to think about my yarn projects. I have so many crochet projects that now that I finished this, and then I have this as my knitting project. This and a pair of socks are my only knitting projects. But it's just a crazy week, so we'll start on them. My other knitting project I'll probably cast on the first week of June. So we're working on the end of Mermaid, the Magical Mal. I know who my collaborator is for June. If you want to be a collaborator in July, reach out to me right now so you get to help pick this theme. I don't have a theme picked out. You could go traditional with a July 4th theme, or you could go completely different. You could do a summer theme. You could do anything within reason. Just reach out to me if you want to be the collaborator, because I'm looking for my July collaborator. Or if you're like, July's crazy, but I'm available in August or September or October. Like, pick a month. Say, hey, Michelle, I want to be your collaborator this month. Please. I would love it. I think that would be way awesome. You don't have to come on a live with me if you don't want to, but that would be way fun if you did. You could just make your own videos and put them out there. If you are like, I'm not a content creator, but I think it would be really fun to participate with this and be your co-host, and you want to come on a live video with me to and you want to pick the theme and you want to come on a live video with me, or you want to pick a time where we can meet and record a video that we put up that's not live so that we can edit things out, let me know. That would be really fun too. I'm open to that. All right. If you have not finished your mermaid projects, get them done. Get them turned in. Saturday is the last day to turn them in. Make sure you email them to me. Email them with pictures, with pattern links, any other information you want to share. If you have a channel, make sure I know that you have a channel so I can link it, things like that. And of course, check out the video announcing it. Announcements for next month's themes. It might slip out tonight on the live. Or it might be planned out on the live. I haven't heard from my partner if she wants to join today or if she wants to join next Monday. But she is going to be joining me. So that announcement will come out and we will for sure have something announced. I need to make my announcement video. That's not happening today, but hopefully this week. Okay. Before I talk about life updates, let's talk about Mermaid. Books. Let's talk books. Okay, so here's the color of it. This is our proof. You can tell by the gray band. This is our mermaid book. Let me show you the inside. It's lined, but there's also a blank version. It's got these beautiful shells. I don't know how well you can see that shell. At the bottom of the lined ones, there's also a little shell thing in the middle. I know that you're not going to be able to see that well. So pretty. And then the inside cover has this beautiful, gorgeous mermaid that Cheyenne drew. And the cover. It's gorgeous. There are... How many pages did I do? I can't remember how many pages I do, but if I remember, I'll look it up and put it up on the screen. So you can order this in softbound or hardbound. What we are doing for our website, which hopefully this will be on there, is if you want to buy from our website, there are 3 shipping options. There is the like a standard shipping, which is like $5-ish, depending on how many books you order. There's a priority one, which is a lot more because it costs more to send priority. And then there's one where I can order it from Amazon for you through the thing. The only reason I like that you order on my website is because I get that money immediately, whereas Amazon, we still haven't gotten our first royalty because of how their system works. It's fine if you want to order Amazon. I actually completely understand. And we still eventually get our money. The thing about it is, if you order the basic or priority shipping from us, we will sign a copy. Now, here's the deal. I only have 1 book of all the books that we have. I have one knitting book that we can sign and get shipped out to you immediately. Everything else we would have to order from Amazon, and when Amazon sends it to us, we will sign it and then ship it out. So priority means that as soon as we got it, we get it signed and you'd get it in a day or 2. But it still takes a couple weeks for us to get it. So that's kind of a pain. We are trying to find a way to get a few copies of every book to have on hand. But you get signed copies if you order from our website, unless you pick the option that says not signed, send it through Amazon, which it's hopefully clearly marked not signed, send it through Amazon. And I also link directly to Amazon's page. So our crochet book, where's that one? I think I should have it. Here is my my proof copy that has this. This gray thing is not in the final. This one is available now on Amazon. So it is available for purchase, website or Amazon. I have decided I will not put a product up for sale on my website until Amazon has approved it. Did I tell you this is also in hardback? I'm so excited for the hardback. So we have it set to where the lined version is a matte. The only things different for the blank pages. Blank pages has these up in these beautiful shells up in the corners and nothing else. And so it won't have anything down at the bottom. It's just going to have these 2 corner things, and then it will have the thing. And then the blank page ones are going to be glossy, so this color but shiny. And there are going to be hard and soft versions available for both of them. We also are in the process. Cheyenne has 2 more images for mermaids that the cover will feature the new mermaid, and obviously the inside cover that changes. And we pick a color that's not this color, but mermaidy. It's still probably going to be some kind of a blue or something along that lines in those colors. And again, we're going to have lined and non-lined blank pages. We're going to have both available the same as this, just changing the mermaid and changing the cover. I'm so excited about that. So if we get those, as soon as those are approved, they'll be up. I'm trying to decide. I might order a proof of the blank one of the next one, because I'm like not wanting to order everything. It costs me money to order a proof. It costs me money to order my own copies. I really want mermaid journals in my own personal stash, and I don't know when that's gonna happen. I have all my books here, guys. This is so fun because I have this, which I just talked about. I have these. There's a hardbound version of this, and this one's lined, and this one's things. Size-wise, I chose to do the mermaid one, if you can see. The mermaid one size-wise is about in between. So I think there's around 180, 200 pages in this one. There's 140 writable pages in this one. 280 writable pages in this one. And I think I did somewhere in between. Maybe it's 220. I don't know. But I did in between because I was like, I wanted it to be kind of not quite as fat as this one. I like how fat this was in. But I wanted it not quite as fat, and then I didn't want it as skinny as this. So it's an in-between size, and that's exciting. So those are my 3 smaller ones, and then we have 2 more mermaid ones coming. We have 2 project books. We got knitting and crochet. They're both available, and that's exciting. And then we've got these, which there's a hardbound version and a softbound version. These are my Appointment with God books. This one's shiny, this one's matte. Here's a hardbound of the blue one. And I'm so excited about them. These are my journal Appointment with God method that I came up with, and has been so powerful in my own life. So I'm really excited to share those. Those are all of the books that we currently have, and we have so many in the works. That's the thing. I'm like, okay, I've got to do this for YouTube. I've got to do this for YouTube. I've got to work on a pattern and make some patterns and get printed up for people. I've got to work on my house and get it ready for our party on Friday, and we got to get baking done for Friday, and I've got to get all these things done for books, and I've got some updates to do on the website. Like, I've got to put the mermaid book on the website, and I've got to make sure everything's got links and make sure that everything says it is a signed copy if you buy it from our website. And then I've got to figure out how to get some money, because I need a P.O. box, guys. I need to be able to do books without my physical address being the thing available. And I really hate that. I hate that I don't have that, is what I'm saying. I hate. So I need to have money to get a P.O. box. I need to have money to get books to have on hand that, of course, then, will start replenishing and stuff, and it will hopefully eventually pay for it. Starting a business is kind of a frustrating thing. So I need money, and I need things, and I'm kind of like, time, money, resources, trying to be calm with that and trust that everything will work out. And then let's talk about the really horrible life update that's both horrible and not, but mostly frustrating and super inconvenient. On Friday, luckily on Thursday, we went down and did my mom's grave, took flowers down there. And then on Friday, we stopped at someone in Salt Lake County. My grandma, my great-grandma, I knew her. She lived to be almost 101. And then we went to an event in... Actually, I'll just post a picture here. We went to a temple open house. The LDS Church builds temples. This is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Some people call us the Mormons. That's my religion. I don't expect you to join, so I just mention it as it explains this. Okay. I don't see the point in hiding it either. This is just a part of who I am. The temple is a special place for us, and the church has been building a whole bunch. Well, they've also been building a whole bunch in Utah, and when they're close enough, we like to go visit them. So we did get to go visit them. I'm gonna see if I can find the link to the interior images. You're not allowed to take pictures inside, but they do have pictures on a website available, so you can go see what the rooms look like. So I'll see if I can find the link for that and put that below, so you can go see the interior pictures. But I'll put my family picture up here. Okay, so we went to that, and then we headed back to drop my kids off at their dad's. And we're driving along, And it was a very busy road. There's cars going this way that are wanting to turn, so they're filling the center lane, and it's a 5-lane road, so the people are turning left in the center lane, going that way. I'm going this way. This lane's full. Traffic is bumper to bumper, and there is a pipe in the center of the road. It was probably this big around, 10 to 12 inches, light blue pipe, PVC pipe. It was like 3 or 4 feet long. And there was literally no way to go around it. And I just prayed that if I went over it, I would actually be able to fully go over it. Because if I tried to stop, I would have been rear-ended. I couldn't go this way because there was cars. I couldn't go this way because there were cars. And it was big enough that like I could not avoid it. The sound was awful. I saw that pieces went flying, and I just prayed that they didn't hit anybody, that nobody got hurt. And within seconds, our car started dying. By this time, this lane was empty, so because lights had turned, and so people moved out, and so I like pulled over. And I didn't get all the way out of the lane, but I got mostly, so people were kind of very irritatingly going around me. Eventually, somebody came over and helped. I was shaking too much to even communicate to my kids, like, boys and Amy, because she's strong. I need you guys to push. I will put this in neutral. You'll help push it out so that we're all the way in the center lane. I was shaking too much to think clearly. I knew what needed to happen. I just couldn't communicate it. So some guy came out, found out he couldn't see anything leaking. So he's like, okay, well, I can at least help you guys push it all the way out. So he got us pushed into the middle lane. So yeah, we got yelled at. We had like 7 or 8 people actually stop to help us, or at least try to help us. And I was very grateful for them because it was very hard. Called my former husband. He came, he looked under the car and said that there were wires cut. So the pipe cut wires under the car, and which is why it wasn't going. And he didn't have his towing stuff, so he went to get it. We had called another friend to see if they could give us a ride home after we got the car off the road. In the process of everything, X came back and he's like, actually, we need to let's move this up further so we're not so close to the intersection. So he pushed it up further. But his towing equipment wouldn't work. He would have had to hook it on the engine block, which is not a good idea, because he had a big chain. And so we called my friend again, and he came, and he had one of those, it's like a canvas kind of pulling thing. I don't know what it's called. Like, I would recognize the name when I hear it. So he helped. He also had towed stuff before, so I'd never been a part of a towing situation. And when I was told what I would have to do, I was like, no, there's no way. I have way too much anxiety for that. And we were on a busy road. So what happened is I drove my ex's vehicle. My ex drove my friend's vehicle, because my friend knew how to do the braking following. He did more of the followings. That's what he's familiar with. So they took the van to my ex's mother's house, where it now currently sits. I don't know what's going to happen with it, so I do not have a vehicle. We sat in that road for 2 hours. It was 5 o'clock at night when we broke down. We were so hungry. When my ex came and realized he didn't have his towing stuff, he took 3 of the kids with him, the younger 3. So it was just me and Cheyenne after that. It was scary. It was so stressful. We were starving. It was hot. Even if we could have, the air conditioning doesn't work in our van ever anyway. And finally, we finally are home. We didn't get dinner until 8:30. And now I'm going, I have a party on Friday. I need groceries. How is this going to work? How is it going to work? I need people to take my son to work and back and forth. My other son rode his motorcycle, and he just knows that I don't have any other option for him. He either has to find a ride or ride his motorcycle, and I'm trying to hold on to, this is going to be a good thing. Either in the process of fixing all the wires, some of the other things get fixed and the van runs better, or we decide that we can't do anything with that van and I am left with somebody having to help me get a van or something. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. I know that somehow everybody's going to get where they need to go. I've done one grocery order. I know I need to do more because we don't really have food in the house. I don't know what we're eating, but also kids aren't home to help me be like, what for sure are you going to make? What for sure do we need this week? So I need my kids to come home tonight so we can plan all that stuff. I'm grateful that I didn't have a complete meltdown. I was able to hold it together. I'm grateful that I do feel like somehow this is a hopeful thing, even though it's insane. So this is where we're at. This is my doozy of a life update. Sorry about wiggling the camera. I'm going to let you guys go now. I think things will turn out okay. I really do. Oh, and for Old English, in case you're wondering, we've done really bad about practicing Old English this last week. It's just been crazy. And I don't know how well we're going to do this week, as it's also been crazy. But it is what it is. So I just want to remind you guys as I'm leaving to let your light shine through your creations, whether they be knitting, crochet, or anything else. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.